Luke chapter 1, verses 11 through 13 says, "An angel of the Lord appeared to him, standing to the right of the altar of incense. When Zacharias saw him, he was terrified and overcome with fear. But the angel said to him, 'Do not be afraid, Zechariah, because your prayer has been heard. Your wife Elizabeth will bear you a son, and you will name him John.'" Zechariah was a priest with a wife named Elizabeth. By the time of Luke chapter 1, they were both well along in years. Up to now, they had been unable to have children. However, the text indicates that they had been praying that they would be able to have children. Perhaps they had been praying this for many years now. In fact, it may have been that they had even stopped making this request since they were now old. Yet God had not forgotten their prayers, and he would give them a son. And this son would be used by God in a special way as the one who would go before Jesus and prepare people for him. Sometimes we can be guilty of praying and expecting God to answer us immediately and according to how we ask. It seems, in fact, that some would try to use prayer as they would use a genie, expecting God to grant their wishes in a made-to-order kind of way that they will receive immediately upon request or demand. Yet, prayer often does not work like this. Whenever there are righteous people praying, like Zechariah and Elizabeth were, God promises to hear our prayers and assures us that our prayers are powerful. Still, this does not guarantee our prayers will be answered according to our desires and in our timing. However, we must be assured that God will answer those prayers in His time and according to His will. Today's response to hearing God's word is this: trust God's answers to prayer. Whenever you pray, ask in faith that God will do according to His will, and then leave it with God. Accept however God answers your prayers, whether He answers them affirmatively, negatively, or if you must wait. Then accept that God will answer your prayers in His own timing, according to His infinite wisdom. Trust that God knows far better than you know, and that He can work things out far better than you could ever imagine. Therefore, even when it may seem that God is not hearing or answering your prayers, continue to pray and continue to trust.